Hey guys, this is Deep and you're watching Sense Saga. Today's video is all about Vita Klub Man, another perfume which is trying to clone the Creed Aventus DNA, but I already had a few reviews in the past where I have, talked about a few perfumes which does the same thing. But I wanted to pitch this up against Blanko Billionaire because again, both of them are in the similar price range of 500 to 600 rupees for a 100 milliliter bottle. Both are from Indian brands, and if somebody is looking for a budget Creed Aventus clone, usually they would tend to go and make a confusion, or rather have a confusion about the Vita Klub Man or the Blanko Billionaire. So in this video, I wanted to clarify all the doubts there might be when it comes to choosing the right perfume. So without wasting any more time, let's get started. Talking about the first thing, which is the scent structure. How good they are. Is there any noticeable difference between the Klub Man or the Blanko Billionaire? And at the same time, how close this is to the Creed Aventus DNA? Let's answer them one by one. In terms of the smell structure, what I did was basically I sprayed the Blanko Billionaire on the left and the Klub Man on the right. And I waited for around half an hour so that, it goes into the dry down. And I took the smell when I initially sprayed it as well as after it settled down. Two noticeable differences I could find. One being this has a less harsh opening than this. This is more alcoholic and synthetic. Both of them are cheap. Both of them have the alcoholic blast, but Blanko Billionaire has got less alcoholic blast than the Klub Man. It's a better blend, number one. Number two, what is the opening like? In my opinion, Blanko Billionaire has less citrusy opening than Klub Man. Honestly, the Blanko Billionaire kind of smells like it has got some rotten lemon-like opening. I don't know if it's just me. If you put a lemon in outside for a longer duration of time, the smell structure it's citrusy, but there's a different odor to it. Blanko Billionaire opening kind of smells like that, to be honest. In terms of Klub Man, it is more citrus and it is more refreshing. However, the alcohol in this is inferior quality in my opinion compared to Blanko, because the opening tends to take more time to settle. The harshness, or when you smell it, there's a sharp note that is over there. So I had to wait a bit more longer for this to settle down. That was it in the opening. After the dry down, the smell was different, as in this is more smokier. The Klub Man is more smokier. Blanko Billionaire is more mossy, or the oak moss in the Blanko Billionaire is more prominent than Klub Man. Although this smells more woody, this smells a bit more mossy. There's this very signature smell structure of Creed DNA where there is a moss-like, wet, mossy smell attached to the rest of the other notes as well. This tends to be on the mossier side of thing, and this is more smokier. So that's the difference with the smell. Now, the $1,000,000 question. How close this is to Creed Aventus, right? In my opinion, 80 to 85% close. However, there are better clones out there which clones the Creed Aventus DNA better. But I know that you are looking for the budget option over here. You're not really looking for the expensive one. So in terms of the smell structure, both of them are like 10% different. If this clones around 85% of the Creed Aventus DNA, this would be around 75. That's completely subjective, but this is what I felt. But yeah, there are different batches of Creed Aventus. There's a fruitier batch of Creed Aventus. There's a smokier batch of Creed Aventus. So I'm not really sure which one is trying to copy which one. But if I have to put this to, side by side, more smoky, more mossy, better blended, less harsh, more harsh, but refreshing and citrusy. That's the difference. Now the second question comes, what about the longevity of the perfume? What is the projection like? So let's answer those one by one. In terms of longevity, Blanko Billionaire will last longer. Now, there's a gimmicky term, the time lock technology and all those stuff from Blanko, which they're trying to promote. I am not an advocate for it, but yeah, it does tend to last longer than the Vita Klub Man. There is a very important thing that I would like to note over here. Any perfume from Vita usually tends to have weaker longevity when I compare it with the rest of the competitors. This one, when I compared it with Blanko Billionaire, there was a significant difference in the longevity. Even after half an hour or so, the perfume smell, although this is a 20 milliliter bottle, the atomizer is also bigger when I compare it with this one, which is 8 milliliter, the atomizer is smaller. But still, after spraying this and spraying this, the quantity that it released was more than Blanko. However, the longevity of this one, the Clubman, is less. It already is fading after, while this one, Blanko Billionaire still is more prominent. Now, what about the projection? Which one will be more noticeable if you, overspray it? I think, in my opinion, again over here, the Blanko will be more noticeable. Now, the question is, even if it's noticeable, does it mean that this is the better one in terms of the smell? There are two sides of the story. One, people need to notice you, and then people need to appreciate the smell as well. So if I consider both of them, noticing and then appreciating, I think Clubman will be a better choice, because although it projects less, but the smell structure in my nose is better. It's something that I would prefer more on my skin or my clothes. Blanko Billionaire, however, will project more than this, and it will knock the Clubman out of the park when it comes to the projection, because the moment I sprayed these two together, my hand, if I'm taking it over here, I can smell it. Clubman, on the other hand, I had to go over here like this to smell it. So projection wise, you can understand, like, if this is after 30 minutes, what would be the situation maybe after 2 to 3 hours? This, I think, will be gone by then. Blanko Billionaire will still stay with you. However, this only lasts for 3 to 4 hours properly, and then it becomes a skin scent. So nowhere close this is going to be a perfume that lasts way long, even though they have got the time lock technology. This, without the time lock technology, will still be around for the 3 to 4 hours mark properly, and then it will become a very close skin scent. That's the situation with the projection and longevity. So to cut it short, 3 to 4 hours, then it's completely not noticeable. 3 to 4 hours, then it's noticeable. However, it won't project. After maybe 4 or 5 hours, this will be gone. This will anyway be gone in the 3 to 4 hours. So you need to overspray this. Smell wise, I found this to be more soothing and pleasing after it settles down, after the alcoholic blast is gone. Blanko Billionaire, on the other hand, the alcoholic blast is lesser compared to Bella Vita. However, the opening has got some kind of a rotten or a pungent lemon smell, I would say. When that settles down and then the rest of the notes come into play, this becomes more bearable than Clubman. Now comes the part about pricing. See, Clubman, Blanko Billionaire, both lies within the range of 500 to 600 rupees, and there is no noticeable difference between the two when it comes to the pricing. During discounts, different websites sell it for different pricing, but I have seen it to be listed within that 500 to 600 rupees. And both of them, the Clubman and the Blanko Billionaire, are also available in 8 milliliter batches, 20 milliliter batches, 100 milliliter batches. So you don't have to get that 500 or 600 rupees 100 milliliter one. You can get a lesser amount of perfume for a lesser amount of price just to test it out. So in terms of the pricing, both of them are neck to neck, and so no points can be given to a specific one. Now, what about my conclusion? Let's come to the conclusion of the video, which is, which one should you get if you have around 500 to 600 rupees with you and you want a perfume which smells like Creed Aventus? Please note, if you are trying to copy a 35,000 perfume and bring it down to 500 rupees, you have to expect that it will have lesser quality material and the longevity and projection will not be the same. So once those things are already cleared, I would say, in my opinion, I would have bought Blanko Billionaire because the opening, although is a bit better, when I sprayed Clubman on me, then I realized that Blanko Billionaire had, the opening smell was less citrusy than Clubman, and the version was less smokier than Clubman. But overall, in terms of the entire smell blend and the smell structure, the projection, the longevity, if I have to take all of these things into consideration, I would have went for Blanko Billionaire instead of the Bella Vita Clubman, just because of the fact that although this is smokier, but the person trying to smell that smoke needs to come very close to you. 3 to 4 hours and this is gone, and I have to overspray it. So if I'm spending the same amount of money, why overspray when I can get this one? And this has time lock technology as well. So jokes apart, my vote or my 500 to 600 rupees would have been spent on Blanko Billionaire if I had to choose between these two options only. That was my review, and smells are subjective. So if anybody out there thinks that Clubman was a better buy than Blanko Billionaire, please do share your comment as to why. With that, I will end my video. I will see you on the next one. If you like the video, do subscribe to the channel. Do hit the like button and please share your comments and please motivate me to make more content as such so that, I can create better content in the future. Let me know what you would want me to create in the future as well if you want to, so that I can only review and comment on stuff that you are actually looking for rather than me thinking about something and then creating in the first place. So I'll see you on the next one. Bye-bye.